Hey everybody, it's your boy Pineapple coming at you with another fun video. Hey, we're going to go classic style today, so it's going to be a long one. We're going to talk about Florida living, we're going to talk about wrestling, and we're going to talk about music. Yeah, so that's why you tune in, right? So we can talk about these things. So first things first, let's talk about the weather. It has been cold here lately, and by that I mean relatively Florida cold lately, like in the 60s and 50s. Which really, I mean, if you think about it, for late November, not bad. But you know, I do miss my mornings where I can go snorkeling and it's 75, 80 degrees and the water's fine. I don't get to do that right now because I don't have a wetsuit. Maybe old Santa will bring me a wetsuit this year. Who knows? I mean, that'd be fun, snorkeling year round. That being said, we could still do fun things outside. In fact, out on Sand Key, they just had a volleyball, sand volleyball tournament. Yeah, 2-on-2 style. Good times. I remember back when I was just a much younger Pineapple, an immature Pineapple, if you will. I played a lot of 2-on-2 sand volleyball while I was living in Louisiana. And we had, a couple of us, maybe 5, 10 of us were doing that. And then it became a thing and more and more. Next thing you know, we had 30 and 40 people and there were sign-up sheets and we had a tournament and everything. Just for us. It was a lot of fun. It's kind of like Top Gun. You get off work and then... because I look like Tom Cruise in this scenario. Yeah. So, no, we would literally get off work, go to the chow, get something to eat, play volleyball until it got a little dark, and then eventually somebody would have to pull up their car. Oh, one last set, and we'd have the headlights out there, and we'd play one last set of volleyball, and the next thing you know, it's, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Got to start getting ready for tomorrow, wake up at 6 a.m., yeah, PT's at 6:30, so, it's a long day, it's a fun day. I do love playing beach volleyball. And you wouldn't think a guy who's 5'9" could play some beach volleyball, but let me tell you something, all right? It's the size of the fight and the dog, all right? Those taller guys, they could spike it, but they're not diving. They're not throwing their body out there the whole time. Oh, no, they got to keep that pretty face. Me, not so pretty, so no worries. So, yeah, that's going on. It's definitely coat weather and closed-toed shoes, but that's okay. It can't be sunshine and rainbows all the time, although it sure would be nice. So that's what's going on there. Let's talk about wrestling. RKO out of nowhere showing up for the Survivor Series. Man, it's been a while since we've seen old Randy Orton. Good to see him back. And then you got the old Pepsi Phil showing up too. So that'll be interesting. Let's see if he starts any fights there and or walks out on that company again. It's happened before. I'll do it again. So we'll see where that's going. Definitely interesting. I'm not a huge WWE guy. I'm more of an AEW guy. But these are some things that, if you're a wrestling fan, shows up on your radar. You can't avoid it. So it'll be fun to see what kind of direction they go in. Really interested in Pepsi Phil. He does drive the ratings. Man, a little tongue-tied this morning. So yeah, I'll be watching. Keeping some updates, keeping some tabs on old Pepsi Phil. See where that goes. Hot take. Let's give it a year and a half. Let's give it a year and a half before something happens and he's got to retire again. Because I don't think anybody, if he fails this time, I don't think anybody's going to take him. There was talks that he wasn't in contract talks with TNA, Impact Wrestling, but they didn't have enough of that to sign him. So we'll see. And yeah, that's big Survivor Series news over the weekend with the re-debut of both of those guys. Oh man, we'll see. We'll see. Danhausen likes old Pepsi Phil. He says he's a good guy. So I don't know. Well, I do like Danhausen and value his opinion, but let's hope he's not wrong on this one, and Pepsiville keeps his job and doesn't start any more fights at work. And finally, let's talk about some music. You know, music is it's the soundtrack to life, quite literally. You know, and lately I've been listening to a lot of ska music. I've been listening to Mustard Plug and Less Than Jake and Real Big Fish and Catch 22 and Operation Ivy, and just, you know, going back into the old bag, pulling out some old favorites that I haven't heard in a while. You know, but not only ska. I've been listening to a lot of house music, a lot of electro house music, a little Benny Benassi, maybe some Tiesto in there. By the way, if you don't know who any of these people are, you should definitely look them up. It's good times, you know, because music, I mean, I don't get people who say, oh, you know, I don't listen to country music, or I don't listen to rock music or pop or whatever. I don't listen to one style of music. It's like putting ketchup on all your food. It's all going to taste the same. You don't need ketchup on everything, you know. Sometimes a little mustard. Sometimes a little salsa, you know. Do a little, you know, a little red wine reduction. Maybe a little balsamic vinaigrette on something, you know. Flavor it up. Can't be the same thing all the time. That being said, we are going to talk about some old school stuff since I was kind of reminiscing and going through my music catalog. We're going to talk about the group Helmet and the song Unsung. If you haven't heard it, oh, it's a 90s alternative metal classic. 91, I believe it was released. And it's got some crunchy guitars. And it's got singing. I mean, it's kind of singing. It's more just talking and yelling. There are some pitches in there, but it's, yeah. Yeah, it's, I could do it, but I want to get hit with the strikes from the YouTube. But yeah, it's not heavy on the lyrics. You know, I think there's maybe 10 lines in the whole song. Well, 10 to 15. I think there's another verse I may be missing. But yeah, it's a great song. You should definitely check it out. It was featured in some video games. I know Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had it in there. It's been in movies. You may have heard it in the background. Kind of, and actually, the guitar, the kind of sounds like Godsmack. Like Godsmack, or sounds like them, since this was first. Yeah. I just keep waiting for her to say, "Get back!" in Sully's voice, but then it goes into, you know, Helmet singing. So yeah, it's definitely a cool song. A lot of instrumental, little bit of words, and you know, it's about speaking up, you know, and don't wait till it's too late, you know, and it's always the right time to do the right thing, right? So. Okay, well, there we go. About a 10-minute video today, guys. All right, let's see how long we keep the retention on this one. Hey, by the way, hit 100 viewers. 100 viewers? Son of a gun. One take, baby. Hit 100 subscribers this past week. So I want to thank everybody. So, yeah, like, subscribe, share, as they say. On all the other popular viral videos. But yeah, and if you don't, that's okay too. I'm not doing this to get famous. Sure would be nice though. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be good to each other, and I am the Pineapple.